Hey everybody, it's Asylum Reviews here coming at you guys with my Monday Night Raw review for the March 11th, 2019 episode. We are now less than 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, or less than 4 weeks, doesn't matter. And yeah, so let's get straight into this review. Before I even started off, I just wanted to say that I don't think this was better than last week's show. It was about the same, so it was still kind of crap. But I mean, still, it was just bad. It's bad overall. Because there's 3 things that happened on the show that I did not like, and we're going to talk about it. It was advertised earlier in the show, before it even started, on the WWE Network, or on the app or whatever, same shit, that the Shield was going to be bidding their farewell to the WWE Universe on tonight's Raw, or whatever. So this got very, very interesting. So they kicked off Raw at the top of the hour. Roman Reigns was on the mic, and he thanked his teammates Rollins and Ambrose for fulfilling his wish. He then hyped Seth Rollins' WrestleMania match, and on that note, the Shield disbanded for one last time. And they did the Shield fist bump again for one final time, and they hugged it out twice, and Ambrose and Reigns went to the back. And Rollins was in the ring, and he started to talk about his match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but here comes Paul Heyman. So they went back and forth on the mic, and Paul argued about if Rollins would slay the Beast at WrestleMania. He then played a promo for Lesnar on the Titantron, trying to prove that Rollins wasn't going to beat him. And this was just kind of like a back and forth thing with Rollins and Heyman, and I enjoyed it. It was great. You know, Rollins just kept going all over all these people that Brock Lesnar has been beating recently, like Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, John Cena, who else? Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, guys like that. And Paul tried to make all these excuses, saying that, for example, at Survivor Series, it wasn't supposed to be AJ Styles. It was supposed to be Jinder Mahal. And then, what else? At the Royal Rumble, it was supposed to be Braun Strowman, but it was Finn Balor. So he said stuff like that, and Seth just started laughing, thinking it was all a joke. And he said he was going to slay the Beast at WrestleMania, and the crowd started with the Slay the Beast chant, and we got a Burn It Down chant, and all of a sudden, Heyman, he said that Brock Lesnar was here, or no, he didn't say he was here, but he said that Brock Lesnar is going to be on Raw next week, and it's going to be here in Chicago. And no, I'm not going to that Raw because I'm trying to save up to perhaps go to Survivor Series, because Survivor Series is going to be here this year. I don't know if this is the first time for Chicago, but it might be. Could be wrong on that. But I'm very, very looking forward to that, and I'm trying to go to TakeOver as well with Daniel, so we're going to see what happens with that. But it was weird. It was just random, because Shelton Benjamin comes out of nowhere, and he just German suplexes Rollins 3 times. And I'm fucking confused as shit, because 1, isn't Shelton Benjamin on SmackDown? And 2, what is with WWE having all these certain superstars they don't appear on TV for weeks or months, and then all of a sudden they just show up on a different brand with no explanation whatsoever. So I hate when they do that. But I mean, I was trying to understand why Shelton was on here and why he took out Seth. But after Heyman was talking about the history between Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin, I was like, oh, okay, this kind of makes sense now. It's like he literally said it, and Michael Cole was like, oh, you just admitted that on live television? Paul Heyman basically stated that he paid Shelton Benjamin to come out and assault Seth Rollins, trying to weaken Rollins up for Lesnar at WrestleMania. But that didn't happen, because Rollins had this match with Shelton Benjamin, first match of the night, and Rollins easily beats him with the stomp. But we get into here, and it says, so to return from the commercial, see Seth Rollins in the match with his attacker, Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin had the upper hand from the start, but Rollins hits a big drop kick, slowing things down. The match went outside, and Seth was thrown against the barricade by Shelton, while Heyman was getting on a phone call. Yeah, he apparently got a phone call in the middle of the fucking match, and I guess it was Brock Lesnar. And then that's when he said he confirmed that Brock will be there next week on Raw, so I guess he was on the phone with Brock. Rollins was still being manhandled, but reversed out of a fireman's carry, hit the super kick, and he follows up with the stomp, and he quickly gets the win. Finn Balor was out next, the Intercontinental Champion. Scheduled match with Bobby Lashley for the title. And again, I don't know why, because one, Bobby Lashley doesn't deserve another opportunity at the Intercontinental title. And two, it's like we stated, these rematch clauses are thrown out the window. You have to earn your way from the bottom all the way back up to the top. So I don't understand why Lashley's getting another fucking title shot. It's stupid. But yeah, Finn Balor was out next, and he shakes Seth Rollins' hand, who's on the way after the match. So we get to the match, Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley. It was kind of funny, because before the match even took place, Balor was still in the ring doing his entrance, and then Bobby Lashley's just mean, intimidated face just showed up on the Titantron, while Balor's music was still playing, and it went to commercial. So we come back, and Lashley pretty much gets the upper hand of this match, honestly. I mean, like, Balor, he did get some offense in, and he did, Lashley was taken out of the ring, and Balor tried to do something to counter or whatever, but Lashley just pretty much dominated this whole match. He hits move after move early on, and Balor was being taken apart. The champ finally hits a basement dropkick out of a reversal and then went for a rollout, but couldn't get the 3 count. All of a sudden, you hear the bell go off. And we're all wondering what the fuck is going on. So the bell is going off. Somebody's apparently hitting the ring bell with like a hammer or some shit. I don't even know. And it's fucking Lio Rush. So Lio Rush, we knew he was taken out last week by Braun Strowman. So he didn't appear at Fastlane to back up Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin in the match with the Shield. But he came back and he didn't have any more injuries on him. He didn't have a neck brace on him. He had nothing. All he was wearing was just a gray hoodie, and he had his hood on, and he's basically trying to cover himself up from revealing to the crowd that's him. But we knew right away it was him because he showed his face. So he rings the bell like 3-4 times. I don't even know. Balor gets distracted. He tries to go after Rush, and he gets caught. And while Finn was trying to take control of the rest of the match, Bobby Lashley hits a fucking spear from midair. Balor went for a springboard, and Lashley caught him with the spear. And Lashley fucking pins Balor, and he wins back the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, that just happened. So Bobby Lashley is now a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Why? Why the fuck is that a thing? Let me just say, whoever idea it was in fucking creative to put the title back on Lashley, even though his fucking this rematch shit doesn't even exist anymore, get the fuck away from WWE creative. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? The person who fucking came up with this idea to give Lashley the Intercontinental title back after Finn Balor's haven't even held that title for like a month yet, and he already lost it back to fucking Trashley. Oh my god, man. So fucking Bobby Lashley wins back the Intercontinental title. I don't know why. My god, I would much rather see Balor go into WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion and not fucking Bobby Trashley. And I say Bobby Trashley because JD from NY206 is 100% right. Lashley is garbage. Lashley is boring. Lashley is fucking get off my TV worthy. I don't want to see him, man. He's just like Baron Corbin. I don't want to see him on my fucking TV. I enjoyed when Lio Rush first paired up with Lashley, and I was going to give it a chance. And I'm okay with that. I was okay with it for like the first few weeks, month or so. But I mean, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. I'm so sick of it, man. You might as well just fucking turn Bobby Lashley face again, or have Leo Rush fucking turn face. I mean, I'm done at this point. I can't stand Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley together anymore. I really can't. It's fucking horrendous. So fucking Bobby Lashley is your Intercontinental Champion. Look, the only reason it would make sense to have Lashley win back the title is so Balor can fight Undertaker at WrestleMania. Demon Balor. But still, there's no point to take the title off of Balor. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't stand that fucking bullshit. If there's one thing that fucking annoys me in WWE is when somebody wins a certain title and they just lose it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month later. It's fucking bullshit, man. Way to treat Balor like a fucking joke. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. Moving on, Ronda Rousey comes out, and she tries to justify causing the DQ from Fastlane. She even dared WWE to make it a handicap match because the title is a joke. Dana Brooke. I thought she wasn't even fucking employed anymore. Because they haven't done shit with her. I don't think they ever have. Dana Brooke came out to silence Ronda for disrespecting WWE and the fans, and I swear, I could care less. Oh, Ronda, how dare you disrespect the WWE Universe? How dare you disrespect the WWE? I love the WWE. I work my tail off. What are you what are you even talking about? What have you done? You said you've been working your tail off, yet you're hardly even seen on TV. So what do you mean you're working your tail off? Well, you haven't done shit. Dana Brooke hasn't done a goddamn thing in years. She didn't even do shit in NXT. Oh my god, what is she even on, bro? Did she forget that she's in fucking catering? Apparently so. She forgot that fucking Titus made a cheesecake and she couldn't find her way to catering, so she found her way to the ring instead. Just to get her ass whooped by Ronda Rousey. And she says, oh, you know how you do these open challenges every night after a pay-per-view, Ronda? Well, I accept. And being badass Ronda the way she was, she took off her jacket and she just fucking went ham and she beat the shit out of Dana Brooke. Because Dana Brooke is just fucking god-awful and nobody gives a shit about her. Sure, she's hot. Sure, she's got a great body. Sure, she's got, sure, she's beautiful and shit, but, she can't wrestle. She hasn't done shit. Nobody gives a fuck about her other than her body, other than her looks. So, okay. She gets her ass beat. And then the officials come in, and they break it up, and yeah, there's that. Anyways, we get into something good here. Aleister Black and Ricochet taking on Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in a tag team match. They were part of a triple threat tag team title match with the Revival at Fastlane in a great fucking tag team match. Probably one of the best on the entire show. Next to the United States title match and the WWE title match and the tag team title match. And then there was some great matches on Fastlane, but like I said, it wasn't a perfect show. And it wasn't good and it wasn't bad either. It was just average. If you want to go back and watch my Fastlane review, it will be right here. So I'll put it up right there so you can check it out. But yeah, so we have this great tag team match with Black and Ricochet against Roode and Gable. And Black and Roode kicked things off. Roode kept the pressure up right out of the bat. Ricochet was tagged in, and Roode hits the blockbuster into the German suplex from Gable. That was a pretty nasty spot. Ricochet literally looked like he landed right on his neck, and it didn't look good at all. But I guess he wasn't hurt from that, so thank God. Ricochet hits the big knee to the head of Roode, who is the legal man. But Roode turns around and he suffers the Black Mass, and he gets the 3 count. And Aleister Black and Ricochet have defeated Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. I don't know if this puts them in line for another tag team title shot against the Revival, but if so, we could be seeing that at WrestleMania. So that should be interesting. Speaking of Aleister Black and Ricochet, they are going to be on SmackDown tomorrow night. Or tonight rather. I keep thinking it's Monday. They're going to be on SmackDown, and they're going to be teaming up with the Hardy Boys to take on The Bar, Rusev, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So that's going to be fucking great. We all knew it was coming because the Hardy Boys saved Aleister Black and Ricochet last week on SmackDown when Rusev and Nakamura attacked them after their match. Yeah. Alexa Bliss was out to introduce the host of WrestleMania in the Moment of Bliss. I love when she does these Moment of Blisses, man. I don't know how you people feel about it, but, like, I love Alexa Bliss, just like how I love Sasha Banks and Carmella and Nikki Bella and Zelina Vega. And, I love Alexa Bliss just as much as them, so every time she's out there doing the Moment of Bliss, I watch. And I'm always curious to see what she has to say. And she's always wearing the hottest outfits. Let me just say that. Like, whew, goddamn. So she comes out. She's wearing this really, really nice-looking top. And she's wearing, like, this really tight skirt. Leather skirt. So, way to show off your legs, Alexa. So she was out to introduce the host of WrestleMania. And she pointed towards the big screen. And they showed, like, red carpet stuff and whatever. And then she talked about, like, Kim Kardashian and The Rock and The New Day hosting WrestleMania in the past. They booed Kim Kardashian, which was funny. And they showed it was Alexa Bliss. So the reveal showed Alexa herself is going to be the host of WrestleMania. She faked a surprise reaction and said the WWE Universe was in for a treat. And the segment ended, and this was the first moment of bliss without an interruption. So there's that. And I'm happy for Alexa. I really am. And, it sucks that she's not going to be in a match at WrestleMania because she hasn't really been wrestling all that much. The only time we've seen her wrestle was at the Women's Royal Rumble. And she was also, was she also at Evolution? Yeah, I think she was as well. But, yeah, we haven't seen her wrestle since late January. And we're now in the beginning of March, or towards the middle of March. So, yeah, she's not going to be competing at WrestleMania, which is a sad thing. But at least we'll be able to see her sexy ass on there. And, yeah, she's going to be the host, so there's that. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Bliss to host WrestleMania. It's going to be good. Backstage, Braun Strowman received a brand new car. This fucking troll, he comes out, and he goes to Braun. He says, Braun, excuse me, sir, but your car is here. And Braun's like, what car? So he gives him a note, and it was like a letter from the Saturday Night Live, the Saturday Night Live host, Colin Jost, who, by the way, I did not talk about this on my last Raw review because, one, it was just fucking trash, and two, it was absolutely fucking miserable to watch. This fucking clown, he comes out wearing a fucking, like a New York Mets hat, and he just gets fucking booed out of the building for it. Guy he doesn't know how to wear a hat for, like, shit. So he looks stupid on TV. His friend at least is fucking normal and he's cool and whatever, but like the other guy's just fucking stupid. So I'm talking about this Colin Jost guy. So he goes up to Braun Strowman backstage and he literally says, "Is this any of the stuff real?" And I'm like, oh my god, did he really just fucking say that? And he gets fucking choked out for it. So it was funny, and I'm like, that's what you get, motherfucker. That's what people get when you ask when wrestling is fake. That's what you fucking get. Because if there's anything that fucking pisses me off more, it's when I hear fucking people say wrestling is fake. All the injuries they have are fake. Okay, sure. How about you go in the ring yourself and you try out that shit for yourself? When you fucking break your leg or you break an ACL or you tear a fucking rotator cuff or some shit, get a concussion, go ahead and tell me it's fake. See how long it takes for you to recover and be back to 100% health. Then go ahead and you tell me it's fake. Fucking clowns. So anyways, Braun Strowman gets this fucking letter from this fucking goon, Colin Jost, after his run-in from the Monster last week. And Braun didn't have any of it. He said he couldn't even fit in the convertible because it was too small for Braun. So what does he do? He instead, just like how normal Braun Strowman does, he tears shit apart. He tears the car apart piece by piece. And it was funny. He tears off the door. He throws the door. And then he just fucking kicks in the fucking windshield. Or no, he kicks in the bumper. The bumper completely falls off. He smashes the windshield with his bare fucking fist. Like he's a fucking Hulk. And he tells the fucking goon who gave him the letter, the next time you see Colin Jost and Michael Skeet or whatever the fuck the other guy's name was, the next time you see them, they'll see me at WrestleMania and they're going to get these hands. So, that was that. Elias was out and he mentioned his advice to Antonio Brown. Okay. I'm surprised he didn't talk about how he got RKO'd on Fastlane by Randy Orton, because that was hilarious. But he didn't mention that. All of a sudden, you hear fucking No Way Jose's music hit. Another guy that, one, I don't give a shit about. I don't think I ever did. Not even in NXT. And two, like, what in the actual fuck happened to his hair? He goes from having this big ass fucking fro, 80s style fro, to now having green dreadlocks. Are you fucking serious? You know how fucking ridiculous you look? Oh my god, man. What in the actual fuck? Whose idea was it to give Jose green dreadlocks? Are you trying to rip off Lil Pump? Are you trying to rip off 6ix9ine? Or other these fucking rappers that are just miserable and have terrible fucking music? Oh my god, man. I'm so glad Elias took his ass out and he beat up the fucking, the conga line. He beat up the conga line, then he hit his drift away on No Way Jose on the ramp. Great. Get No Way Jose off my fucking TV. At this point, I could care less about No Way Jose. If he ends up getting fucking released by the end of the year, I would not be surprised. So, see you, bye. So, thank you, Elias, for that. Natalya is scheduled to take on Nia Jax in a one-on-one match after Nia Jax and Tamina took out Beth Phoenix, who's on commentary for the women's tag team title match with Sasha and Bayley and Nia Tamina. Beth Phoenix was on commentary for this, and after they lost, they were fucking sore losers, like I talked about. They throw Nia throws Sasha into the fucking announcer's table, and she goes over the table, and then she goes into Beth Phoenix, who was on commentary, and Nia and Tamina trying to take out Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix fights them off. She gets double teamed for her. Natalya comes out, which is her former tag team partner, so they were like a tag team like 10 years prior or whatever. So Natalya comes out, and she fends them off, and then it was announced that Natalya is going to fight Nia Jax on Raw. So this didn't even last like 2 minutes, barely. Beth Phoenix was with Natalya, and she attacked Nia right after the match began and earned Natalya a DQ loss, but didn't matter. So Nia and Tamina stood together, but Beth and Natalya drove them out of the ring into the backstage area. Now, that's not what I was triggered about. What I was triggered about was this shit. They go backstage, and we see a backstage brawl with Bayley and my baby Sasha Banks, the women's tag team champions. And they're fucking brawling with Nia and Tamina. Now look, I understand that Sasha and Bayley, they got attacked after the match because Nia and Tamina are fucking miserable and they're fucking sore losers and they just don't know when to fucking quit. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. So they go on, they get their revenge on Nia and Tamina. Good for doing that. But for the love of fucking Christ, can you get Nia Jax and Tamina far away from the WWE Women's Tag Team titles? Please. Please. I am begging you. I am pleading you. Get Nia Jax and Tamina the fuck away from the women's tag team division, from the women's tag team titles. Just get them off my fucking TV. Or just turn Nia Jax babyface, because I enjoyed Nia Jax as a babyface. I really did. When she was the women's champion, she was a babyface. I was okay with that. But this shit she does with fucking Tamina, worthless. Why Tamina even return? I don't even fucking know. Nobody even cares about Tamina. She's god-awful. And Nia Jax is the same exact way. Until they turn Nia Jax back into a babyface. I don't give a fuck about Nia Jax. And I certainly don't give a fuck about Tamina. Tamina is just... She's gone. She's gone. I don't give a fuck about her. But Nia, miserable. Get the fuck away from Sasha and Bayley. Enough of this bullshit. I'm done with this shit, man. Get Nia and Tamina away from the women's tag team titles. Bayley and Sasha need better competitors. They need a good match. We didn't get a good match with Nia and Tamina at Fastlane. It was trash. My God, man. Batista was shown leaving his limousine at the parking lot, and he's going to be facing Triple H face-to-face in the ring next. But it wasn't really face-to-face. It was more Batista was on the ramp with like 12 security guards who weren't even security guards. They were like local independent wrestlers, I believe. So they were just hired to be security guards for this one time. And Triple H was just in the ring. So this wasn't even a face-to-face. I hate when they say that they're having these face-to-face confrontations for Raw or SmackDown or NXT or whatever, and then they don't even end up going face-to-face. They just fucking, one stands on the ramp and then one stands in the middle of the ring. Like, get the fuck in the ring. Anyways, so Batista. Triple H and Batista. Triple H was out first, and Batista arrived with the team of security guards, like I mentioned. He stares at Hunter menacingly for a moment before Hunter asked him to say something. Batista asked him where his sledgehammer was. He then said that he would do it on his terms and his terms only before telling Hunter to give him what he wants. And after he said that, they just went back and forth. It sounded like he was Batista was pleading his mom to fucking give him his dinner or fucking ask for if he can go sleep over at a friend's house or some shit. Like, what the fuck was this? I mean, I was just laughing like this whole time because it just sounded like, okay. It literally sounded like he was arguing with his mom or his dad or whatever. Give me what I want. You want it? Give me what I want. Give me what I want. I mean, like, okay. So they just went back and forth for like a minute or two, and the funny thing about it is Batista, every time he kept saying, give me what I want, he kept spitting into the microphone. It was just funny. It was funny. So yeah. Batista then said he would do it on his terms, blah, blah, blah. Hunter said he doesn't owe him a damn thing, and Batista said that he will join him in the ring. Or he invited Batista to join him in the ring, rather. Batista said that he will hurt everyone Triple H loves until he faces him at WrestleMania. And then Triple H finally agreed, saying, you're on. And Triple H said, oh, all this, you beat up a 7-year-old man just so you can have me at WrestleMania? Was that what this is about? So Triple H had enough of it. Batista was like, oh, I want you at WrestleMania. Triple H was like, you want me at Mania? You want me at Mania? If that's what this is about, then you're on. So now it's been confirmed Triple H is fighting Batista at WrestleMania in a no-holds-barred match. So that's going to be fucking great, man. Kurt Angle was out next. They're in Kurt Angle's hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And he announced that he's going to be having his farewell match at WrestleMania. So his retirement match is coming at WrestleMania, after which he will be retired for good. He thanked the fans and WWE for the many years he was with the company before his opponent, Apollo Crews, made his entrance. Kurt stated he wanted to wrestle one more time in front of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, his hometown. So he does that with Apollo Crews. This was a quick match. I mean, this was good for what it was. Apollo was putting Kurt over because Kurt just wanted to fight one more time in his hometown. So it was good. Angle wins with the German suplex, and then he hits the Angle slam, and he picks up the win with Apollo. Afterwards, they shake hands after the match, and they showed on WWE.com that Kurt was just going outside of the ring, just thanking the fans one by one. So Apollo went in for the jump. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confused here. Apollo hits a suplex on Angle. He kicked out. Angle went for the Angle slam, but Apollo escaped and took him down. He hit a moonsault on Angle, but he kicked out. Apollo went for the jump from the top turnbuckle, but missed. Angle hit the Angle slam and got the win in his last ever match on Monday Night Raw. So, it was announced earlier in the show that Roman Reigns was going to be fighting Baron Corbin in the main event. Being that when Roman made his announcement about leukemia, Corbin said that he hopes that Roman doesn't come back, and he got fucking heated. He got shit for that on social media. But anyways, Roman was out for his match, but all of a sudden Drew McIntyre comes out and assaults Roman before he could even finish his entrance. McIntyre just literally beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. He hits a Claymore kick and he wipes out Roman. Roman was knocked against the ring post off of another Claymore, and that looked nasty, by the way. Roman had his eyes were literally just, they were going into the back of his head. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Rollins comes out to help, but the damage was done. Drew walks off. The officials and Rollins helped Reigns to the back to the lockers, and there was even a medic that was out there. He had a flashlight, and he was checking to see if Roman's vision was fine. He put a flashlight in his eye to see if Roman's vision was okay and if Roman could see. And Roman said he was fine, and he told Rollins, "It's just a little headache. I'll be fine." So we'll see what happens. Officials and Rollins they helped Reigns to the back to the lockers room as he broke for ads. We come backstage, and Ambrose and Rollins are taking Roman to the back to the doctor, and Rollins goes in to help with Reigns or whatever. Ambrose is pissed. He's walking around. He's looking for Triple H. He asked Triple H. He wants Drew McIntyre in a false count anywhere match with Drew McIntyre right now. And Triple H was like, "You want Drew McIntyre? I like it. You got it. I'll go let Drew know." So the main event was changed from Baron Corbin to Roman Reigns, because I would not want to see that shit, to Drew McIntyre and Dean Ambrose for the third week in a row in a false count anywhere match. They went all out. They went in the crowd. They went in catering. They went in the merch stand. Drew threw Dean into the merch stand during the commercial. And we come back. What is this? We come back. Ambrose leaps off the barricades once they were ringside again, and Drew hits him with the steel steps not once but twice. Drew said he wanted to take out the Shield one by one, but Dean was fired up and he hits him with raging fists. Drew used the steel chairs and then sends Dean back into the barricades. He was on the equipment crate, and Ambrose rolled him into another crate in a cartoony fashion. It was pretty funny. They were on the announce table, and Drew, all of a sudden, he grabs a pencil. They go towards the announce table, and he grabs a pencil, and I kid you not, he literally jams his fucking pencil right in Ambrose's. Thank God it wasn't in his eye, but it looked close to his eye. But it was like literally right in Ambrose's head. I don't know if he grabbed the fucking tip of the pencil, the sharp part, or he grabbed the eraser. I couldn't even tell, but it looked fucking nasty, man. I'm surprised Ambrose wasn't bleeding from that. So he sticks the pencil in Ambrose's face. Drew hits the Claymore, and this was nasty. This was absolutely a nasty Claymore kick. That whenever Drew does these Claymore kicks, they're fucking just devastating. The way he kicks his opponent when he hits that Claymore is just fucking insane. If you remember when he had the steel cage match with Dolph Ziggler on the New Year's episode of Raw, the final Raw of 2018, Drew, he hit like 2 Claymore kicks and he won the match. But after the match was over, he put a steel chair against Dolph's head while Dolph was literally like against the ropes, and he hits the Claymore kick right into the steel chair, right into Dolph's head. It was fucking brutal. Literally the same shit happened with Ambrose here, but instead of a steel chair, Drew grabs Dean and he puts him into a rail, the steel rail where the stairs are at. He traps Dean's arm and his head right into the fucking rail, and he fucking dismantles Ambrose with the Claymore kick. It was just fucking nasty. And the steel rail just comes right off the stage, and Ambrose comes out and just falls off the stage. It just fucking crazy. And Drew McIntyre picks up the win with Dean Ambrose. Ambrose got up after the match, but Drew hits another Claymore before the cameras cut out and the screen faded to black. So, that was your Raw review, people.